What's good, everybody? It's your boy Santi with another video for you. This is Semen Retention is Red Pill, part number 4. And what's on my mind today is that a lot of men, they're not masculine. You know, they're thriving or they're dominated more so by the feminine nature. You know, like a lot of them are settling. Like they're mediocre. They've chosen a very basic understanding and way of life, you know, just in regards to their overall day-to-day, activities and what they, what they participate in. And you see it a lot on social media. A lot of guys being overly emotional. And social media is used as an outlet, but there's many different things that come into play when it comes to emasculating men and making them lesser, from the foods that we eat, to the environments that we grow up in. And so a lot of us, and it seems to be the case more so with black men, but it's not limited to just black men, but absent fathers and not having appropriate male leadership, And so life will put us in positions in different scenarios to bring out that masculine energy, that assertiveness, that standing your ground. And what's sad about it is that for those of us that are really embodying our masculine energy and our agents of change, and those of us that practice semen retention, because semen retention requires you to elevate yourself as a man because of the energy that you're dealing with. It's breaking through inner barriers, and it's making you more aware of your surroundings. It's making you more territorial and more perceptive to your energy and the way that you're inhabiting the spaces that you're in. You know what I'm saying? And so as your consciousness grows, you also notice too the weaker males, weaker men. It gets to a certain point where you can look at a man and tell that he masturbates just by the way that he carries himself. So the energy is very telling. It's very telling. And it's sad because you can be one of those men who you don't look down on them. You know what I'm saying? You want to give them positive energy. You want to uplift them. Some will take heed, but some won't. Some will dismiss or because of their shadow, they can't face or process the information that you're giving them. They're not spiritually ready for it. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, the most important thing is that if they're in my presence, I at least take the opportunity to say something and impart truth to them. Because other men around you can see, oh, you're cut from a different cloth, and they'll want to be a part of what you have going on. But at the same time, they haven't done their inner work. And you will ultimately be carrying their weight if they don't handle their responsibilities. And that's problematic because that can stifle your progression. So when you bring the idea to men that, masturbation, a man shouldn't be masturbating because he's wasting his life force. He's draining himself of vital nutrients and minerals that sustain the body and keep his balance as a man. But he's been conditioned to believe that it's natural to release that energy through unnatural means, such as porn and things of that nature that are artificial stimulants. and so they don't accept, they don't accept their information, and they don't accept the process that it takes to rid themselves of that habit. So you can see them running away from the information. You can sense the fear. You can see the weakness. You know what I'm saying? And so to be a man, you see another man's weakness. You know what I'm saying? Because you are aware of it within your own self. You've worked through it and you've elevated. You know what I'm saying? Because when it comes to quote unquote being woke, people be like peace, love, and light, but you have to ascend and descend as a part of the balance. You have a higher self and a lower self, you know, and to be in balance with those is at the heart center that transmutes it, you know. So those of us that put out information and we have intellectual conversations, and when we go out, people just gravitate towards us, and they'll be the ones to pose the question about spirituality and just higher consciousness and the more hidden aspects of what's going on in the world, you know. And that's the beauty of it all, because whether or not they accept the truth, it doesn't matter, because when they see you, they see it, they feel it. They don't realize the work that's being put in to face one's own shadow and to face one's darkness, which is where one's power is. And so as you go through that process, and as you work through it and you find that inner strength, you will tolerate less from other men, especially men who do not equate to they're not even in the same level of thinking and masculine development, And so just as much as we hold women accountable and uphold them to a certain standard, you do the same with men around you. Because to be an alpha male and to adopt a red pill mentality, you do not allow people to dictate your life. You make the ultimate decisions. You make the decisions because you are the one inhabiting your body. It is your soul that seeks to express its truth and requires you to live in it, whether or not it goes against the grain. If your being goes against the grain, then your being goes against the grain. So we keep that in mind as we practice semen retention, and we find ourselves leveling up and elevating, ascending and descending, and coming into our power. That red pill understanding and what it means is seeing beyond the societal paradigm, seeing beyond the system, seeing beyond what is known as the matrix and these ideas and views of the world that have been implanted into our mind as they seek to control our subconscious, And so porn and masturbation is just one of those mechanisms at which they seek to defeat men and women too. But